Right now, you are probably answering the exact same three questions on a loop. What are your predicted grades? What A levels are you taking? And what do you actually want to do with your life? It is exhausting, and it's amplified by a culture that defines a good life through wealth and fame. Survey data shows that 80% of young adults state their major life goal is to get rich, and another 50% want to be famous. The promise you are being sold is simple. Sacrifice your time today, grind for top grades, secure a high-paying career, and happiness will naturally follow. But we don't have to guess if that formula actually works. We can test it against hard data. Researchers have spent decades tracking human lives from adolescence to old age to find out what causes people to thrive. Their findings suggest the hustle culture narrative is missing the most important variable. In 1938, scientists launched the Harvard Study of Adult Development. It is the longest continuous scientific study of human life ever recorded. They started by tracking two very different groups of teenagers. The first group consisted of highly privileged sophomores attending Harvard College. The second group was chosen from the opposite end of the spectrum, boys living in some of the most deeply disadvantaged, poorest estates in Boston. Every 2 years, researchers conducted living room interviews, analyzed medical records, and ran brain scans to monitor their development for 8 decades. They monitored them as they grew into adults and navigated global crises, with many of the men going off to serve in World War II. As the decades passed, their paths diverged. Some became factory workers, others climbed the social ladder, including one who became president of the United States. Tracking these lives into their 80s, scientists found one specific factor predicted physical health and longevity better than social class, IQ, or even genes. The predictor wasn't money or career achievement, it was the quality of their close relationships. The people most satisfied in their connections at age 50 were the healthiest at age 80. To understand why, we have to look at how our bodies handled daily challenges. Going about our normal lives naturally triggers stressful fight or flight responses in our nervous system. This diagram shows how connection affects stress. When stressed, heart rate and cortisol spike. A supportive relationship acts as a regulator, allowing your nervous system to return to equilibrium. Loneliness leaves the body in chronic fight or flight. These circulating stress hormones gradually wear away body systems, a physical toll as damaging as smoking or alcoholism. Having a person to count on acts as a biological shield, preventing that physiological decay and determining, quite literally, how long you survive. This pie chart shows psychologist Dr. Sonia Lubomirski's breakdown of human happiness. While half is determined by genetics and 10% by life circumstances, a remaining 40% is within your personal control. You have the ability to practice social fitness. Like preparing for a GCSE or training at the gym, building relationships requires active, deliberate exercise. One step is simple. Put your mobile phone away for just 5 minutes today to have a fully present, screen-free conversation with someone. Another is to reach out. Send a quick text to a mate or a family member you haven't checked in on recently, just to ask how they are. Finally, adopt a psychological rule. Never worry alone. If the pressure of exams is mounting, speak to someone about it to help your nervous system regulate that stress. Look at the people sitting next to you in this room right now. They are the actual foundation for your future well-being. Looking back at the end of his life, Mark Twain observed, "There isn't time, so brief is life, for bickerings, apologies, heartburnings, callings to account. There is only time for loving, and but an instant, so to speak, for that." Hard work and grades matter, but the data shows that the most effective way to build a successful life is to invest in the people around you.